Fail, Sherry, fail.
Okay. Go ahead and get back. Come on.
I don't like butt
Okay.
on the
Is it
wall.
on? Yeah, it's on.
No, not
It
yet.
is. It is recording.
What?
Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah. Get back. Okay, good. And then just hit play.
This is the true story of a Navajo boy who was also a girl. In Navajo, we're told stories of where we came from. In our traditional telling, we believe that we emerged from the middle of the earth. The beginning of time was the black world, then there was the blue world, and the yellow world, and the white world. And now we're in the glittering world, where things are made of many things and many colors. At the beginning of the fifth world, the first man and first woman were created and given their gender identity. Things that came from the earth were used to make the differences between them. For the woman, a cowrie shell was used to create the vagina, and for the man, the penis was created out of turquoise. In the Navajo world, everything has a gender. The high-peaked mountains are masculine, and the low-rolling hills are feminine. The holy people said men and women must be kept in balance, and this also applies to the physical world. It's very important to know where we come from, because at the end, we always return here.
Fred liked my valley because he had all that space to play. That's when he was little. He enjoyed being Dene. That's what he called it now, Dene. Me, I'm a Dene, you would see it. Here, when we moved here, he didn't like it because there's a lot of things you can't do, like playing music, so like the trailers are so close by, or you can't really do anything. Everybody's so nosy, he would say, everybody's watching, you can't do this. And I said, what do you do that you don't want nobody to see? I just get around and things like that. When he was little, he wanted to be like his dad in the Pacific Railroad worker. That's what he wanted to be when he was little, but later on he started growing up and he changed. I guess all kids are like that, they change. Well, his dad's a cowboy. His dad tried to raise him like that. And he used to say, don't ever show that to nobody, my cowboy picture. But one time he showed it to John.
He was affectionate. He really paid attention to what kind of weekend people had, for example. And on a Monday, some of his teachers recount how we would come into the classroom and give them a hug if someone looked like they had a really hard time.
He's the kind of person that was so willing to give to somebody, what he has. Or if he's seen somebody with a boy that has a shoe that's not good, I got lots of shoes, I got lots of shirts or something. Let me give this to them, And he would give it to them, And I can always find another one. And wow, somebody's rich, I would tell them that,
FC wanted to pursue a career that took him out of the narrower limitations of this world here in the Four Corners region, and wanted to go to San Francisco. He wanted to go to Los Angeles. He wanted to go to New York.
And he would say that, and he said, when I grow up, I want to be where I can do something, I have a couple of purses, and he says, Mom, can I have this? And I said, what do you do with a purse? I said, He said, I just want to have it, and I like this one. I said, oh, okay. So, and then he started going through my makeup, and he says, can I have these? And kind of just looked at him, you know, and he goes, well, I'm going to tell you, all my brothers and my mom, let's all sit down, you know, and that was a big shock. What, are we having a meeting? I go, and we came in here, and you know, he says, well, everybody spoke, you know, said this and that, and then he says, well, I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm like this. This is how I'm gonna be. I don't know how you guys like it, and we all looked at each other, you know. And then his oldest brother, he says, well, I'm just gonna tell you to be careful. Take care. Just be careful what you do, what you see. Watch out. Those words that he said meant a lot, you know. And I just thought, and I just sat there, and I just finally, you know, I said, well, friend, I love you, no matter what, you know, no matter how you are, no matter what people see, I'm always gonna love you.
Fred often dressed in sweatshirts and baggy jeans and t-shirts, but he wore makeup, and as time went by, he got really good at doing his hair, doing his nails. He wore a bra sometimes with socks stuffed in it to give himself a more glamorous shape. He wanted to be beautiful, and he made himself beautiful.
I would tell him, you look pretty. I tell him that, sure, you look a lot better than me. I go, I used to tell him that. He said, no, Mom, you know you're pretty.
Like, I was already sewing when I was 9 years old on my grandmother's sewing machine. And so they knew that, but I kind of, they respected me though. They gave me a lot of room, and they didn't say, well, you have to be a boy. Like, they tried, but it was pointless.
I had a lot of trouble dealing with that. I had to go out there and play baseball with them, you know. I had to do all these things that boys do, even though I didn't really care to. I did it anyway.
I'm only 56, but in the early 50s, in those days, you know, the women had to do and be different. And I remember seeing them around town going, wow, that's different, you know, and I never considered myself the same or alike, you know, and I didn't feel I ever had to grow up and roll cigarettes in my shirt sleeve, you know, hey, what you doing, and a big watch, you know, just to be something, because it's, you know, I'm an integrated person, so I never looked at it that way. So for me, coming out was, didn't really have to come out because everybody could tell that I wasn't in, you know.
My sense of being different came very early to me, around age 5 or so, 6, preschool age, when I was being raised by my paternal grandparents, who were traditional Navajos. I have a lot of good memories from that time, which is different than when I came back with my parents, a sense of dread overall. My parents are not traditional Navajos. They're actually Christian, evangelical. So they don't hold any traditional beliefs at all. They used to tell me to act like a boy. That's what they used to tell me. And that was a little puzzling to me back then because I was young, and I am a boy. I did not fit their expectations of what, even at that age, what a male should be. And to be told that apparently I'm not being natural, you know, was confusing to me because I was not aware of the term gay or homosexual or any of that, two-spirit or anything of that nature.
You know what they call that in Navajo? I said, he goes, what, Mom? I want to know. And they call that, if you want to be half woman, half man, they call it nutle. Oh, so cool, I'm a nutle, huh? He goes.
In Navajo teaching in the old traditional world, there were 4 basic genders. The first one was that women are the first gender because Navajo is a matrilineal society. Men is the second gender, and third gender is the Natle. born as a male person, but function in the role of a girl in early childhood, and functions more in the role of a woman in adulthood. And it's just the opposite for the fourth gender, where they were born biologically female, but function the role of a boy in early childhood and matured into a man and conducts their life in that gender identity.
The masculine and feminine together are sometimes reflected so completely in the body of one